Oh, it's been said a bard's life can often be a hard life, or hill and dale to rove and always move from town to town. And some folk have inquired if ever we grow tired of ranging all around the world and never settling down.
But one should be a little wary of remaining stationary, 'cause comfortable is lovely, but it's not the way we grow. When life starts to unravel, pick up your pack and travel. You'll find a strange serenity in places you don't know. Wriggle-dee-dum-dee-doo-rat-terry-o-dee. There's so much to see beyond the open door. It's outward bound we go. Who knows what we'll find that we've never found before. Adventures waiting further down the road. It's waiting for you further down the road. You've got no map for showing which direction you are going.
But why start on a journey if you know where it will end?
And once you recognize,
to anticipate surprise, you'll relish every twist and turn that lies around the bend. Wriggle-dee-dum-dee-doo-rat-terry-o-dee-da-dee-da-dee. There's so much to see beyond the open door. It's outward bound we go. Who knows what we'll find that we've never found before. Adventures waiting further down the road. It's waiting for you further down the road. Lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie. Lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie. Lie-da-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie. La-da-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie. La-da-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie. The world has got its demons. There are many reasons why you'd find it harder to be brave than be afraid. But every life could use some danger. Every friend was once a stranger. Ships are safe in harbor, but that's not why ships are made.
Wriggle-dee-dum-dee-doo-rat-terry-o-dee, da-dee, a fwit-da-dee-da-dee. There's so much to see beyond the open door. It's outward bound we go. Who knows what we'll find that we've never found before. Adventures waiting further down the road. It's waiting for you further down the road. Lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie. Lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie. Lie-da-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie. Ya-da-da-da-da-lie-da-lie. Adventures waiting further down the road. Let's go! Lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie. Lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie. Lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie. Ya-da-da-da-da-lie-da-lie. La-da-da-da-da-lie-da-lie.
Hello. I need to change that underscore. Welcome, friends. Thank you for joining me this morning on Nat 21 Adventures. Morning. I mean, it's still morning. It's 10 in the morning. It still counts. Let me change my headline because I like these headlines. I think they're fun. There. When sleep attacks. That's better. Greetings, friends. Thank you for joining us. Today is brought to you by, this says driven to shop powered by caffeine, but I keep looking at the word caffeine and I want to know if it's actually spelled correctly. So I'm going to write it in the comments and we're going to find out. Today's stream is also brought to you by our standard sponsors, at least the ones that I know about. That includes renadventures.com. You can check them out. I need to get their updated info, but I know that they are doing a tour in Louisiana in November. So definitely check that out, renadventures.com. You can find out more information on that website, and I know you can sign up for that now, and it should be very fun. You can also thank 3D2U, our friends who are at the New Jersey Renaissance Fair. They will be there for the next 3 weeks as the New Jersey Renaissance Fair continues. It's 4-week season, which is awesome for them. Find them on 3d2u.org, or you can follow them on Facebook and Instagram at 3d2u. Also, we have Dare, which is my book. It is a collection of short fiction and poetry. It's available on Amazon, on Audible. I am hoping to release a new book in September. That is my goal, is to get all the stuff together and put that together in September. And maybe when that happens, this will go on sale. We'll find out. Anyway, boop. So hooray, we are here. Well, some of us are here. We're trying. You know what? That's going to be the thing. We are here. We are trying. That's, good enough. I read something very interesting probably like 2 days ago in terms of writing, which we will get into, where Neil Gaiman said he realized that when he was writing stuff on a computer, he would spend more time doing research and stumbling down into live auctions on eBay and things like that. And he didn't actually accomplish much writing when he was on a computer. So he started to do his writing in notebooks again. And he found, I think he said he wrote Anansi Boys that way, by writing the whole thing down in notebooks and getting basically the whole outline, everything that he wanted to say, all of the gist of what was going on. And then when he uploaded, he would then take these notebooks and copy them into his computer, writing them word for word. He changed some things, added a couple of scenes, and then that was the draft that he sent to his editors. So I find that very interesting. And I think maybe not in this aspect, but I think in writing, I am going to try to do that and challenge myself to do that more often. Hello, so greeting friends. So today, Flash Phantasmagoria. Phantasmagoria meaning something like unto a dream. So for me, that interprets mostly to, I like to write scary writing, speculative fiction. So it's something is not quite right when you encounter something in the world and it's off and you don't quite understand why. And that's what we're creating. Also, flash fiction is any fiction that is usually between 100 to 250 words. It's supposed to be very short, very concise. They've also been known as cigarette stories. I think they were back in the 90s, they were written as cigarette stories, which is you could smoke a cigarette and read the whole story and completely understand what was going on. And it was supposed to be very short. It is meant to be challenging for writers to do something that compelling that quickly. So for me, it's not necessarily that I want you to create something that is perfect the first go round and to do something that is, that is short, compelling, and wonderful, perfect, whatever. It's more take 5 minutes and write something and we'll see what happens. That's all. That's all we're doing today is we're taking 5 minutes to write something. So I'm hoping that that works for everybody. Okay. I keep looking back over at this mug. Bear with me one moment while I spell the word caffeine. No, yeah. It's just the kerning. Yeah, the font. The font makes it look like it's spelled weird. It's not. It's right. Caffeine. Caffeine. To that end, has anyone ever looked at a word? Like you've written the word out. You must have written this word out hundreds, thousands of times. And suddenly out of nowhere, yes, starts with Danger Mad Libs. Yes, Johnny O'Twitch. Absolutely. Suddenly out of nowhere, you look at it like, that can't be right. For me, what used to happen all the time was the word the. I would be spelling the word the, T-H-E, and then I would look at it and I would keep looking at it and be like, It can't be that simple. It can't. It's really THE. Did I miss something? Is there a letter in there that I didn't write down, or that I should have written down, or it can't be that simple, right? So I because I am powered by caffeine and bad kerning, I kind of want to start with something like that. Like, you were doing something, it doesn't have to be writing. You were doing something that you've done hundreds of times before, and now you're suddenly second guessing whether or not you're doing it correctly. For me, it can be things like changing a diaper. Like, I swear I've done, hundreds of diapers at this point. My daughter's 8 months old. But did I do it right? And then suddenly you second guess everything. Or, you parked your car and turned everything off. And then you're like, but wait a minute, did I do that right? So what is a common everyday occurrence that you would find yourself second guessing? Not that you've actually gotten wrong necessarily, but what is a common everyday occurrence that you would find yourself second guessing? Like, did I do this right? Was that correct? Is that the way that was supposed to go? If anyone has any suggestions, feel free to throw them into the comments, and I will see if anything cool happens. Oh, Johnny O Twitch, that's a good one. Turned off the coffee maker. Yeah. Because that's one of those things that you start, you just do, and then you're like, wait a minute, did I do that? Locked the back door. Ooh, that one's really fun. I might, let me see if anybody else comes up with anything, but I might just do lock the back door. That's really good. Yeah. Turned off the coffee maker. I've definitely been like, did I do that? Are we sure we did that? Okay. Yeah, we will go with locked the back door. Did I lock the back door? And it could be, did I lock the back door at all? I don't know. Did I lock the back door correctly? Maybe it's one of those doors that has like a certain sequence of locks that you think you got it right, but now you can't be sure. Yeah. Did you lock the back door? Lock the back door is a good one. Okay. Lock the back door of wherever you are. Cool. Okay, so that is our situation, our starting point. I'm going to throw in something a bit odd. Is it called synesthesia? I cannot remember. It's when you see colors and they associate with different things. Like, my friends can have sometimes described as hearing colors, where it evokes a certain sound, or like seeing the color red certainly evokes like different smells and textures. It's when your senses sort of smoosh together in specific things. So I want to associate this locked the back door with the color yellow. So yellow in America, caution, yellow signs, yellow, but yellow can also be sunny. Yellow can be bright and happy. Yellow can be a bunch of different things. Yellow can be gross and terrifying. Yellow can be too overly bright, like neon. So yes, we're going to go with locked the back door, the color yellow, and then we need an object, an everyday object that you might see in this situation. Not something that's necessarily having to do with the color yellow or the door. So I wouldn't necessarily want a key, but maybe, a coffee cup or a pen, or we go with like your cat, something like that. So what is an everyday object that you might see that's not associated with a door or the color yellow that we can incorporate into this story? Because I always like doing it with 3 things. This time I forgot to throw up music, so we're probably just going to do this kind of in silence, and you're going to hear me typing. That's okay. Well, let me see if I can take a second to find something. Ooh, okay. We've got the suggestion of a cigarette lighter. That's cool. That definitely has nothing to do with the other two things. I appreciate that. Cigarette lighter. Pruning shears. That's fun. I love that. I love that. I love to say vaguely specific. So, yeah, it's not just a lighter, it's your cigarette lighter. It's something for a specific purpose. It's not just a pair of scissors, it's pruning shears. It's something that is there for a specific purpose, but your association with pruning shears could be that they are the color red, that they are rusty, that they are, why are they inside? Anything. Vaguely specific. My writing instructors, when I've taken classes, have always said there is a difference between, you can say flower, we went out and smelled the flowers, but there's a difference between smelling the daisies and smelling the roses. The daisies evoke a very different image than roses do in your mind and your own associations. So the more vaguely specific you can be about something, the more locked into a particular memory you can be. We will go with cigarette lighter. That sounds fun. I did not find any music. Oh well. Cool. Okay, so I'll bring these up and put them together. We're gonna do locked the back door, the color yellow, and cigarette lighter. So these are the three prompts that we have: lock the back door, yellow, and a cigarette lighter. And I will set a timer for 5 minutes. And in the next 5 minutes, you just need to create something that has something to do with that. That can be a jumping off point. That can be a just a thought. That can be practically anything. So these are the three things that you should incorporate in your story in the next 5 minutes: is locked the back door, yellow, and a cigarette lighter. And I'm going to set a timer for 5 minutes. And then we're going to try to type stuff and see what happens. And it was all yellow. Okay, 5 minutes. Here we go. What's the date today? Now you're just going to hear me do my things. May 23rd. Three minutes. 90 seconds. Last 10 seconds. Ooh. All right. There we go. Lock the back door. Yellow cigarette lighter. I think it's, see, and now I'm questioning whether or not I spelled cigarette correctly. I think I did. But yeah, here we go. So we do have a Discord. Feel free to share what you've written in Discord. I am going to take a moment now to read what I wrote. Okay, so this is lock the back door, yellow cigarette lighter. But did you do it? Did you lock the back door? It goes top lock, middle lock, then bottom. Did you do it right? Are you sure? Maybe you should check again. How about your lighter? Did you put it by the door like you're supposed to? It must be by the door so you can use it when you go outside after work to smoke. You can only smoke after work, not before, not during. Did you get the yellow peppers for baby? She only likes the yellow ones, even though the green ones and the red ones taste the same. Are you sure? Better check the fridge. Now you'll be late for work. You better get ready. Brush your teeth. Did you brush them? Did you brush them well enough? Will you still smell like your secret morning cigarette that you had outside as the sun slowly turned to shimmering summer gold? Did you remember to change your shirt afterwards? Have you done the laundry enough to make sure everything is fresh and clean? Baby doesn't like it when you smell like sweat and cigarettes. You're trying to quit for her. You're trying to quit for you. By the time you pick up your keys, 100 thoughts through your mind, you're already exhausted. It is 7 a.m. OCD, the story. I am stressed writing that. I am stressed reading that. I think that certainly encapsulates the definition of horror, and I might do something more with that. That one's really good. And it doesn't always work out that way. Regardless of whether or not you wrote 100 words or 5, you took 5 minutes today, half hour total, and created something. And that's good. That is a stepping stone toward creating more things. That is an outlet for a few minutes. You did something that you normally don't do. That is, you wrote something, you drew something, you thought weird, different, abstract thoughts that you haven't thought before. All of that is worthwhile. It is, as described in the story, it is increasingly difficult to find the time, and not just find, but carve out, like with a knife, carve out the time to do anything. Because you are pulled in so many different directions by different obligations and getting everything done, and there is never enough time. One of my bosses, Steve Harrison, says there's always more plans than time. And that becomes ever truer, I think, in this modern world. Taking the time, stealing that time to do this, I think makes a world of difference without a ton of effort. Still effort to do things differently, but it's not in terms of, it's not radical change, but small changes make radical change over time. So I hope that helped you. And I'm sorry I didn't have any music today, but I found this prompt really fascinating. So thank you for working with it on it. We will take a brief moment to thank our sponsors again. I'm just going to name check them very quickly. 3D2U, find them at New Jersey Renaissance Fair. You can also find them on 3d2u.org. RenAdventures.com. We are doing a tour in Louisiana where a whole bunch of your favorite friends are going to be down there. So please check out their information, RenAdventures.com. Dare is my collection of short fiction and poetry. You can find it on Audible and Amazon. You can also support me and my family at at Quill and Quote, patreon.com/Quill and Quote. I think I actually have brain time today that I will be able to post something. I've been, again, trying to do that for ages, but there's a lot of things that pull me in a lot of different directions, not the least of which is the very worthy cause of raising a child. So yeah, there's a lot going on, but when isn't there? And thank you all for joining me today, for taking a moment of your day to set aside your a lot going on to do this. I really appreciate it. Yeah, thank you so much, and have a really great day. And I hope the world treats you better than your spooky brain. Thanks. Bye.